Hello and welcome to A Book in 5 Minutes. I'm Lindsay Milner of silverandtraining.com. This week's book is What to Say When You Talk to Yourself, and it is by Shad Helmstetter, PhD. This book is basically about the self-talk, the things that we tell ourselves in our head, the inner critic, the negative committee, that all those voices in your head that are giving you messages. For most of us, the kind of messages they're giving us are, oh no, I can't do that, or oh no, I've never been any good at maths, or no, I'm not a runner, or those things that you tell yourself that you can't do or you'll never be able to do, any negative thoughts that sort of then go on to actually affect your life, affect your beliefs, affect what you do, and affect how you feel about yourself. And what I like about Helmstetter's book is that he talks about that as programming. That's what we've programmed ourselves to believe, with a little bit of help, probably from well-meaning teachers, our parents who might care about us but are afraid for us, and give us these negative messages, which we then take on board and live to, possibly for most of our lives, until we actually stop and think about how, should we challenge those? And Helmstetter's approach is, he says that there are 5 different ways that we talk to ourselves. There's the one that I've just mentioned, the voices in our head. The second one is things that we say out loud, when you actually tell somebody, oh no, I'm not a runner, I can't run, it's, I'm overweight, I'll never get my healthy eating right. Any of those kind of beliefs. I'm never organised, my organisational skills are rubbish. Anything like that you say out loud to somebody is the second type. The third type is actually having a conversation with yourself. And he says that you can use this to help reprogram your self-talk, because when you hear the negative self-talk, if you say that out loud and then counter it out loud, this can be a really helpful way of changing that programming. The other 2 kinds, again, are really useful for helping to change the programming. The fourth one is writing. So if you journal, if you write positive affirmations, you can reprogram what you believe by using writing exercises. And the 5th one is recordings. So you can record them yourself, or you can record positive affirmations that you get you can listen to recordings that other people have done off the internet, and obviously, as Helmstetter has an interest in this, he has a program whereby you can purchase positive affirmations from him. And this is what he says is the solution. We have to reprogram what we believe, and the way we do that is by telling ourselves the opposite, telling ourselves the positive things, using positive affirmations, using positive self-talk in any way that is useful. And he makes the point that we've learned a lot in recent years. We've only recently learned how this process works. But we do have a pretty good idea now, and we also have strong scientific evidence that rewiring our brain in this way is possible. We can create new neural pathways by using positive affirmations, for example. The book itself it's interesting in places. If you want to know about the theory, about why these things work, if you want to learn, the scientific background to why we've now discovered that we can actually rewire our neural pathways, then it's fairly interesting from that point of view. It's also quite inspiring at the end about why we should. If we want to just survive, then we can stay as we are. He calls it stasis, personal growth stasis. But if we want to be happier, if we want to achieve more, if we want to feel better about ourselves, then taking this step to change your self-talk is hugely beneficial. There was a section of the book where it seemed to be just a long list of affirmations. They related to different situations, and I found that a bit repetitive and boring to read through. But if you want practical, well, okay, how can I start telling myself positive things? There's a lot of really useful positive affirmations included in that book. So on the whole, I think the book is definitely worth investigating, especially if you're interested in either one of those two aspects. And I think it's probably quite a foundational one. I think it's probably kind of underpins a lot of how we can be happier, how we can be more successful. So I would definitely recommend investigating this book, just with those two provisos about the about it being a little bit one proviso really about it being a little bit heavy going in the middle, unless you want that definite advice. So that's this week's book in 5 minutes. Watch Is How You Talk to Yourself by Shad Helmstetter. I'm actually working on something about the negative committee at the moment, so hopefully next week's book in 5 minutes will be to let you know what's in there and when it, and how it will be available. But in the meantime, yeah, I definitely recommend that you take a look at Shad Helmstetter's book. I'm Lindsay Milner at sylvantraining.com. If you do want more information, if you like what you've heard in this video, then please do like the video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you want to see when that book is forthcoming, the one that I've written myself, then yeah, if you subscribe, then you will get notice of when that book is released. Until next time, Lindsay Milner at sylvantraining.com. Bye.